Crazy thing is, I did something yesterday. I shot some content and I did. The hate ain't working, as you can see. Bitch, I'm 30 under 30. The hate ain't working, as you can see. Just blow me.
Long time. I don't do all the antics and shit. I don't got a celebrity girlfriend.
21. Following his wife, Keyanna's alleged decision to take matters into her own hands with Latto, Savage is reportedly in full-blown meltdown mode. Rumor has it that this was more than a straightforward check-in. Fans are calling it dangerous, and insiders are speculating that she attempted to shut Latto down entirely. According to insiders, Savage is currently raging behind the scenes, and the fallout almost tore his entire family apart. This is where it becomes even more crazy, though. Savage and Latto were seen taking a brief vacation together just a few days prior to this purported altercation, essentially validating what the streets have been yelling for years. Images of the two cuddling ignited social media. Fans couldn't help but notice that Savage and Latto were giving off more honeymoon vibes than just casual friend energy. The photos alone had people convinced that their rumored romance might not be so secret after all. Unsurprisingly, those images reportedly pushed Keyanna over the edge. Although she usually keeps a low profile, insiders claim that when it comes to her relationship, Keyanna doesn't hesitate to make her presence known. Some fans even joke that it's always the quiet ones you don't see coming, and in this case, that might just be true. Meanwhile, 21 Savage seems to be adding fuel to the fire. Instead of keeping his distance, he was once again spotted looking very comfortable with Latto, leaving little room for denial. Rumors about them being more than just friends have circulated for years, but now the evidence feels stronger than ever, especially after they appeared to take a vacation together as if they were an actual couple. Reports suggest that Keyanna and her friends confronted Latto not long after the vacation photos surfaced. The alleged altercation supposedly left Latto with a few scrapes and bruises. Luckily, nothing too severe was reported, but fans believe she avoided a much worse outcome since word is that Keyanna's intentions may have been far more serious. From Keyanna's perspective, Latto had been disrespecting her for far too long, and she was finally ready to make her stance known. But here's the twist. When the confrontation happened, insiders say 21 Savage didn't back his wife. Instead, he turned the blame on her. According to sources, the couple had an explosive argument afterward that nearly got out of control. Savage allegedly told Keyanna, in no uncertain terms, to stay in her lane, and even went as far as to threaten divorce if she ever tried to confront Latto again. While some fans were stunned, others said they weren't surprised at all, pointing out that Savage's main issue seemed to be the unwanted headlines Keyanna's actions brought him. His response left many divided. Some criticized him for defending Latto over his wife, while others felt his behavior aligned with long-standing rumors. For years, whispers have suggested that Savage's marriage to Keyanna was more about immigration papers than love. Many still remember when he was detained by ICE over visa issues, leading some to believe the wedding was a strategy to secure his residency. The family photos and kids, they argue, only added to the picture-perfect image needed to back it up, noting matching backgrounds and timing that felt a lot less like coincidence and more like two people trying to hide in plain sight. Now, with Keyanna allegedly stepping in and Savage publicly clashing with her, the speculation has only intensified. What once seemed like quiet gossip has snowballed into one of the most chaotic love triangles hip-hop has seen in years.
Long time. I don't do all the antics and shit. I don't got a celebrity girlfriend. I'm not finna be out everywhere. I'm not dropping music every other week. I'm not going on live talking about
In this whole situation, 21 Savage may have been his own worst enemy. Rumors were one thing, but what really fueled the fire was his own slip-up on Instagram. Out of nowhere, he posted a bare-faced photo of Latto, glowing naturally, with a caption that felt far too personal. No makeup, dang, you're fine. It's the only way I can come about you. Fans screenshotted it before he could delete it, and that single post sent the internet into overdrive. From that point on, denials didn't matter, because the receipts were coming straight from him, but the drama didn't stop there. Industry chatter kept the rumors alive, and rapper Dream Doll poured gasoline on the flames with a line in her track tryouts. And Mulatto? Yeah, Yeah, that's my little honey bun. Ask her how many times she came. 21. That wasn't coded, it was direct, and fans took it as confirmation that insiders knew exactly what was going on. Here's where things get complicated. Savage's behavior back then doesn't match the way he's moving now. Today, he's reportedly lashing out at Keyanna for confronting Latto, but a few years ago, he couldn't afford to let even a hint of connection slip. The reason? His immigration status. His green card wasn't secured, and the last thing he could risk was blowing up his marriage and making it look like it was just for paperwork. So instead of showing Latto the kind of public affection he does now, he doubled down on the loyal husband image. Anytime her name was linked to his, he brushed it off with almost aggressive denial. Fans still remember the heated clubhouse session where he clapped back so strongly that some actually believed him. Looking back, many say those denials weren't about honesty. They were about survival. If people started doubting his marriage, ICE could have stepped in and derailed everything. So he pushed back hard. Interviews, online statements, even behind-the-scenes pressure, all in an effort to smother the story. He worked overtime to appear like a family man. But as fans pointed out, the harder he tried to erase the whispers, the more suspicious it looked. Instead of calming speculation, his overreactions only made people dig deeper. Every effort to scrub receipts or rewrite the narrative just made the flames spread faster. And in the end, it only confirmed to many that there was more truth to the rumors than he wanted anyone to believe.
And then I started getting calls from your team saying that you allegedly wanted to pay me to take it off of Hollywood Unlocked. And I wasn't going to remove it, but I asked my team to check to see if anybody else had posted. And although I think we posted it first, everybody started posting it. And then it became a thing where I think then she got, from what I understand, was unhappy with us not taking it down.
This was the moment everything shifted. The point where Keyanna decided she was done staying silent. She wanted the world to know that 21 Savage wasn't just her man, he was her husband, and she wasn't about to let anyone else step into that role. That decision planted the seed for what later grew into her messy back and forth with Latto. Insiders say once Latto kept testing boundaries and getting bolder, Keyanna reached her breaking point, which is why many believe she eventually confronted her directly. It all began when Keyanna posted what looked like a simple photo from a private dinner with a mystery man. At first, nothing seemed unusual until eagle-eyed fans zoomed in on the table. There, barely noticeable, was a phone case. To most, it was just another accessory, but to online detectives, it was the same case they'd already seen in 21 Savage's possession. Within hours, the internet had pieced it together. The man in Keyanna's photo wasn't just anyone, it was Savage himself. From there, the story snowballed. The theory quickly spread that Keyanna wasn't just a fling, she was his wife, and many believe that wasn't a slip-up at all. Some argue Keyanna dropped those subtle clues intentionally, her way of staking her claim and sending a quiet but firm message. At that point, most fans assumed Latto would back away, but she didn't. Instead, she doubled down, remaining close to Savage and, according to many, acting increasingly disrespectful. The tension peaked when Latto allegedly took a jab at Keyanna in a song, mocking her for staying with Savage despite his cheating. For Keyanna, that wasn't just a boundary crossed, it was the breaking point.
How you let them cheat and take them back? Must be your only nigga. I just like my weed.
And just like that, everything reached a breaking point. Keyanna, true to her quiet but razor-sharp approach, didn't drag anyone online or air her pain in public. Instead, she made a subtle move that said more than words ever could. Her Instagram bio, once reading Keyanna Joseph, mother of two, was suddenly trimmed down to just mother of two. That small change set the internet on fire. Fans immediately assumed she was ready to walk away from 21 Savage after Latto's disrespectful diss. But here's where it got complicated. Savage was still in the middle of his immigration battle at the time, and insiders claimed that if Keyanna had filed for divorce right then, it could have delayed his green card for years, or even put him back on ICE's radar. So instead of leaving, Keyanna allegedly called off the divorce and kept the family unit intact. Most people thought that kind of loyalty would force Savage to get his act together. But no, soon enough, his name was tied to another scandal, this time involving an exotic dancer. The drama spilled when the dancer got into an unrelated spat with a TikToker. In the heat of the moment, she fired back online with a not-so-subtle flex. Who are you describing? Because it's not me. Get off them T-pages. You losing your marbles? Last we spoke of, my man on TikTok got whooped outside the club in the A. You read that too. Fans instantly connected the dots, seeing it as her sly confirmation of what had been whispered all along, that she'd been involved with Savage. This revelation flipped the narrative. Suddenly, Latto looked hypocritical, crying over Savage's fling when she herself was never the main woman to begin with. Social media media roasted her, asking how she could demand loyalty when she was still in the shadows. That's when things shifted again. According to insiders, Keyanna wasn't about to let the disrespect slide. She allegedly stepped in herself, confronting Latto directly and making it clear that her marriage wasn't up for grabs. At that point, the drama wasn't just gossip, it was karma unfolding in real time. Now, with the Savage finally securing his green card, the dynamic has changed completely. The burning question is, can Latto ever step into the spotlight as his official partner, or is she destined to stay on the sidelines while Savage plays both roles? What's clear is that this saga is far from over. Social media can't get enough. Insiders keep dropping new receipts, and fans are split into teams like it's a heavyweight fight. One thing is certain, this isn't just messy celebrity tea anymore. It's a scandal big enough to shake Savage's entire world. So, what do you think? Should Savage stick it out with Keyanna, or is Latto finally about to claim the crown she's been chasing? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe, because trust me, this fallout is only getting wilder.